Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to explain about one of the important problem, that is zigzag conversion. So here I'm going to explain in the brief about the zigzag conversion, and also I will give the solution in the Java programming language. If you're comfortable with any other programming language, please let me know guys. So I will create another video on that. Yeah. Now let's see the problem. So the problem is zigzag conversion. So normally the zigzag means it's a kind of the problem in a zigzag mode in the format. Let's see that. For example, so normally if someone says zigzag one, if they use this word, then automatically what we will get in your mind. So like normally we will get the format like this, zigzag, or else like this. So this format we call it as a zigzag. Yeah. In this format, we have to arrange the some string characters in that format. Like suppose my name is Santosh. Write this Santosh each character in a zigzag format. Then how will you write? Normally you can zigzag, like you can take as a and P H O S H. Normally, you have written like this. Am I right? Yeah. This is a zigzag, and you can also write like this: S A N T H O S H. You have written like this, right? This is called a zigzag format. So, in this way, if someone says the write one word characters into a zigzag format in a particular mentioned row song. Suppose, like, let us take my name is Santosh. Write this Santosh, each character, Santosh word of each character in 3 rows. How will you write that? My name is Santosh. My name is Santosh. So, if someone says, write these characters in a 3 rows form. Okay, here 3 rows means 1, 2, 3. In this format, we have to write S, O, N, T, H, O, S, H. Okay, yeah, this is a correct. Okay, that's a fine. But when you read these characters, you have to read those characters in a row wise only. Okay, not complete like Santosh. You have to read. You have arranged in some format, in a zigzag format. You have and also you have used some rows, specified rows. Now you have to read row wise characters, not complete name. How will you read that? Meaning is completely, the meaning of that word completely changed. Let's see that. This is a one row, and this is in second row, and this is in third row. So the word will be look like this: S H A P O H and S. Is that means, is this Santosh? Not this. So this is a problem. So which we have to solve it here. Okay. Yeah. Now let's see this. While reading that, you will get some logic here. What we are doing it here? Yep. We are like we are coming row by row only. Okay. We are like arranging each character in the row by row by. Right? In such a way, first we are starting from here, from initial row. After that we are increasing the row and increasing the row. When you reach that, some the mentioned number, if you reach that number, after that what you are doing, we are backing it, and means we are decreasing the one row. We are moving to next, like previous row. After that we are moving to previous row. Okay, so when you reach initial row, we are increasing it. Again we are increasing it. Again we are increasing it. Again we are increasing it. When you reach the end, again you are decreasing it. Again you are decreasing it. So this continuous flow, okay, this continuous flow, we are following the one logic, that is true or false. True or false. Now let's see that how we have to write that condition. First, we are starting current position is, think it like a false. Okay, one variable name is current, and that I'm assigning to that value false. Here I'm starting from 0th index to nth character. So if I'm directly saying these conditions here, I hope you understood what is the main concept of that logic. So yeah, I'm directly going to some like logical way. So in the coding level, I'm telling that some base conditions also, how to write them. Yeah. Now let's try to understand that. So next flow, and what's the how the code will be look like. Okay. Just I'm telling this pseudo code. I'm starting the reading the each character from 0 to n. Okay, fine. The current is false. Fine. One more variable we should maintain for that, they mentioned one particular k values. Suppose let's treat it as a k value. So for this k value, so I'm starting from 0 if I is equals to 0, or else I equals to k or k minus 1. Then change that character. I mean, change the direction, because in the initial level the I value will be 0, and if we reach the like kth row, so there is no other rows. They mention particularly, they are mentioning like you have to arrange those character in this k rows only for that. So if you're starting from like initial level, you have to check that. Okay, you have to like you have to add that value for I is equals to, if yeah, instead of going like this, I will change this one small. Here in the initial level we are starting like reading the character from 0 to n characters. If to track this row, we are arranging the each character in a row wise. Okay, we are starting from 0th and we are ending with some kth row. Okay, to track that, I'm maintaining the one like variable, that is current. Current is 0. Okay, if current value is equals to 0, or else current equals to k minus 1. So then change the direction. So if the if the current value is 0 and the current equals to that particular rows, then we have to change the direction. Okay, if the current value is 0 or 1, we have to move forward, because we did not reach the kth position, so we have to move forward. So moving means we are like move forward only, like for that. So to change that directions, we should maintain the one more variable, that is go. So for this go, I am initializing the false. False is one of the boolean. I am initializing that. So if the current is 0 or current reach that rows, then change the position. I mean change the direction, not position, change the direction. Like this is an explanation. We are changing the directions of the go variable. Okay, that's it. So with this condition, with this base condition, we are changing the directions only. After that, we have to get that character. We have to store that character. Store the character. Okay. In this current position. I mean, like in this current row, not current position, in the current row only. Okay. Once it's done, then we have to increase or decrease it here based on this direction. So for that, current current plus equals to, if go is true, then I'm using the ternary operator here. Add it one. I mean move forward. Otherwise, just move backward. I mean -1. Okay. Yeah. After that, like complete this process until the each character is read is done. Like we are checking the current like it's like a treat it as an index, current index or current position, and we are changing the directions. Okay, based on this initial and reach that particular they mentioned row, and after that we are storing that characters. Okay, we are storing that characters in that particular rows, 0th row, 1th row, 2nd row, and kth rows. We are storing them that, and also we are like we are moving the row by rows by using that go variable. I mean directions. We are changing the directions. Okay, so this go will depends on this current variable. Okay, based on that they mentioned rows traversing. So based on that we are move forwarding and we are changing the directions. Okay, just it's telling the directions only. Okay, this current keeping those characters in that particular rows. Okay, to store these rows, I mean to store these characters in a particular rows, we should maintain a one particular list of storage. For that, for that, in the initial level only, we have to create the storages. So for that, I is equals to 0 to how many storage we want? I mean how many rows we want. Storage means here rows. Okay, rows. How many rows are there? Whatever they mentioned kth value. That many rows we have to create. That many row buckets we have to create it here. For that, I am using the string builder in a Java. Okay, here I am creating this, and also there is an storage, and there is an like row numbers, row indexes. Yeah, you can keep it. You can keep it easily in that position. So because we know the like which rows we have to store that, and we have a storage also. for that particular row. Okay, you can store in that. And in the final level, we need a complete storage. For that same thing, I'm using the string builder in the final level. Okay, and and I am reading in the final for this type of output. To get that output, I am reading the storages only. Storage buckets. How many storage buckets we have created? That storage buckets, I am reading that to get the particular output. Okay. For that, I am like listing out each string builder. Okay. Each string builder, I am listing out rows. In a each rows, I am adding that each rows data into this string buffer. I mean string builder, sorry. String builder dot array. STR. Okay. That complete rows data I'm inserting into with complete into the builder. Okay. In the final level, just return it, return that string builder into a list. Sorry, into a string. So this is then complete flow of logical and problem statement. I hope you understood that flow of that problem statement and the flow of pseudocode. Yeah. Now let's see this. Sorry, I'm closing this. Yeah, in the initial level, I have told you like we need a row-wise index identifier. So for that, first of all let's create the storages. I'm creating it here. I've created the list, and into that list, I have to mention how many rows we want. So for that, list of storages have to mention it here. I'm creating equals to 0 to I is less than number of rows which they mentioned above, and after that what is this incremented here, and I'm adding that each list row into that complete rows. New string builder, we have a storage rows. Okay, to track the rows indexes, we have to use one index variable is 0, and also I have told you to track the to change the directions, we have to use the one boolean variable. For that I am using bow variable here. I am also assigning that variable as a false. Once we have a storage and we have a current rows indexes also. Now let's read each character of that string. Okay, for int I is equals to I is equals to 0, I less than dot length and I plus plus. Okay, now here we have to store the initial character. Okay, we have a storages where we have to store in the current index where the current index is pointing. Sorry, so okay. After that, we have to check current index where it is. if the current index is 0, or if the current index is also equals to number of rows, then we have to change the position. If the current index is pointing to the initial index is 0, then we have to move forward. So because in the initial level we are providing the we are initializing the false level. So we have to tell that move forward. The current index is pointing the 0 index. Just move forward. There are just some rows out there. So we have to move forward. Okay. We have to insert those characters in some rows. Okay. Further, o is equals to. So this is then if the this is the conversion is there. There is a conversion. Like if this is true, then it will convert it to false. If it is false, it is converted into the. So that operation will happen here. Yeah. Once the condition is done, now we know the direction, but in which rows we have to move, we should know that. So further, we should increase the row or we should decrease the row. We should know that. Okay. Further, index plus equals to. This will depends on the completely go variable. Okay, if the go is true, then add it, add plus one, or else decrease the row. That's it. That's a simple. If the all process is done, we will get the row wise results. We will get the row wise results. So, but here we need the complete in the after initializing the each character in the row wise. We need the complete output here. We have to read the each row's characters into a single row. Okay, for that we need a one more storage to store the result complete storage. I mean complete result. For that I'm using another string builder. That is the results. New string builder. And each string builder have to read every row. Okay, have to insert every row into the result row. String builder, str rows, result, row, then find in the final row, return it, that result. That's it, guys. That's it. Guys, I did some minor changes because this is in Java. So here previously I have initialized the list, but that's not okay. Here I'm using the list interface, and also I'm create the for object for this classes array list. We have a classes is there in the list interface, that is array list. We have to create that array list object with here, and also this length, and this is a string. Okay, here I have to call the length method. Okay, these things have changed here. That's it, remaining solves fine. So remaining solves code, and also this one. So into the rows we have to get the current index, and also append the character into that particular row. So these things have changed. Yeah, I hope you understood, guys. I think you're okay with this. So if you are okay with this, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Please don't go without subscribe my YouTube channel. Please, guys, support me. So I will create some another video, so one good concepts. But with this, I hope you understood my explanation. If you are okay with this, just give thumbs up and also comment it below. Yeah. Bye bye, guys. Thank you.